Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Rookie MX-5 race for week 4. We are here at Summit Point Raceway, going out for qualifying. We'll try to warm the car up on the first lap, warm the tires up, try to get some grip in them, and then try to see if I can hit a decent lap. I think the first one I'll probably run a little bit more conservative just to make sure I get a somewhat decent time in, and then the second one I'm going to try to push a little bit harder, see what I can get out of it. If I sound off, I apologize for that. A little bit under the weather, just kind of fighting some sort of cold thing or whatever, so it's kind of causing me to sound a little bit different, but overall, you know, don't feel too horrible, so should hopefully still be good enough to race at, you know, a decent competitive level for myself at least. I mean, again, we know it's road racing, so anything can and will happen probably, but been feeling a little bit better about my road racing lately. Feel like I'm, you know, kind of starting to learn stuff a little bit more. So this is a track that I have run before here in this class, or in this series. I think I might have also run a production car challenge race here too. It's a track that I actually really enjoy. I think it's got a lot of good spots for passing that you can overtake somebody, and a lot of spots that are critical to hit that if you don't, you know, you can easily lose a lot of momentum, lose a lap time to somebody. So fortunately, it's still got a really long front stretch, kind of like Lime Rock Park did, that the draft will definitely come into effect. So if you're just in front of somebody, they can definitely get a good run on you going into turn 1 with the long front stretch. So 123.26. Kind of overshot turn 1 a little bit there. Hopefully not too critical of a mistake. If I can get into the 122s, you know, the low to mid 122s, I'll be really happy with that. The 121.5 on there was from a previous season. I think we had different weather conditions that allowed us to go a lot faster than what we are in this lobby. So low to mid 22s is kind of my goal, honestly. Trying to work on pushing that breaking point as late as I can. I think I broke a little too early, but like I said, kind of running this lap a little bit more conservative just to make sure I get a halfway decent one in there. Did not mean to upshift through turn 7 there. Definitely not going to be a great first lap, but we should be something clean as long as I don't mess it up here in turn 10. This turn is so important to set up the whole lap. You've got to get all the run off of this that you can, otherwise your whole first sector will definitely be messed up. So upper 122, but not terrible. 6th right now, so we'll see if I can try to run a little bit better. Try to get that corner a little bit better than I did the first lap. See if I can pick up any time in comparison. Just got to try to do all I can to keep as much momentum going through it, but, you know, not run wide. Kind of like I just did there, so that lap's not going to matter. So that's why it's always important to get the first lap in and be somewhat decent. So definitely feel like I've got more pace, but unfortunately just pushed a little too wide there, tried to push a little too hard. So
that's the end of the session.
And getting ready to go, so should be gridding up shortly. Going to be in 6th. Probably not going to be crazy aggressive off the start. I am car number 10 out of 12, so even a top half finish should gain me a decent amount of iRating if I were to stay there. You can see we're about 4/10 off, so like I said, if I could get to my potential, I've possibly got the pace to run with the leaders in front, unless they can really pick it up. And there's a bit of a gap back to the 3, the 5, and the 7 behind, so I'm not sure if they just had bad laps or what. But big thing, you know, is as with all these rookie MX-5 races, is going to be to try to get away the first lap as cleanly as possible, and that'll be the big key to being able to try to move up. So not the best start, not the worst start. Trying to do better at getting the starts down a little bit better and not spin the tires quite so much. Kind of got a little late on the shift there. Going to fall in line behind the 1. Watch out for the 6. He's going to be pretty aggressive on the left or right side. Just easing it through the corner, just going to stay here on the left-hand side, try to stay outside of any other problems. You can see the 6 already trying to push his way up through. Essentially going to have 3 wide here. I just get slammed into by the 5, I think. 5's getting knocked around as well. I think that was the 6 that might have gotten into him. Not sure if that was the 5's fault or the 6's fault, but yeah. Fortunately, not going to have a 0x race. Went slightly off the track, but if I can get away with a 1x here, I'll be really happy with that. But big thing is, don't think I got too much damage, and still going in the right direction. So just got to survive the first few laps. It's only a 10-lap race, really quick. But you know, you gotta be there in order to move up. So and just get clipped. Go around, go off the track. I was not upshifting fast enough, so that stalled everything out. So unfortunately, we are in dead last now. Yeah, that was completely my fault. Yeah, I just made a completely dumb error there, so I feel really bad about that, but let's see if we can rebound. If not, it'll be a 12th place finish. Hate for you guys to see that. I mean, that was, I guess, partially on the 6 for getting on the throttle a little bit earlier and getting in the back of me, but at the same time, you know, it was also on me for knowing I should have been upshifting there and just didn't. So everybody's still grouped tightly together, it looks like, up front. No real wrecks yet that have separated the field, so who knows? It's possible that something big could happen and could still pick up a few spots. At this point, just getting back to 6th place where I started would be a pretty decent run. So just going to do the best that I can, try to minimize the rest of the mistakes of the race, try to keep it on track, try to keep it going in the right direction, and just hope that something does happen. So it's going to be my only shot, because I don't think I can make up 9 seconds in 9 laps. So never know, but that's just what it is. So nothing else. If I can turn decent lap times back here, even if I wasn't, you know, making up ground, at least I knew I had the pace to run with everybody. So hate that you guys are now going to see a fairly boring race because I'll be not around anybody, but we've got a couple cars turned around, so should be 1 position there. You got the 5 laying out there. We've also got the the 12 was out there and the 7 was out there, so kind of messed up my rhythm through that turn 9, so my fault for driving off the track, but you know, not too bad overall. So should be able to move me up to 9th, I believe. And yeah, just gonna need a couple more wrecks like that in order to have a shot at getting a 6, because now anybody that's further ahead is almost way too further ahead to be able to pick up on time with 8 laps to go. But if I get through this with the 4X, I'll be pretty happy with that. For me, that's not a bad one, considering you know, 2X of it was getting pushed off the track and spinning around. So 2X of it was on me, both on the start and then the last lap, getting me off track. But big goal right now is just to try to turn competitive lap times, so I can see if I would have had the pace to run up front, and you know, I can at least take comfort in that. Although I just overshift and overdrive the corner, so there goes all of that, and that's another incident point that was completely my fault. Thankfully, nobody behind, so no real worries there. Just gotta reset. Try to do the best that I can. And pray that somebody has some problems up front.
Just done a 122.52.
I'm guessing I probably got into a little bit of a higher split, which would explain why I'm, like, not even coming close to catching anybody. Seems like the pace is up there, so looks like the 11 might have problems, possibly, or he's just in a braking zone. We'll see. It was about 16 seconds or so with the line, 15 and a half, so slow down a little too much there in the corner, cut the turn way bad, so just killed all momentum through there. But I'll try to do what I can and see if by some chance I can try to get back to somebody, at least gain another spot. If nothing else, even if I don't pick up any spots, I am technically finishing ahead of where iRacing expects me to be, so that could be good for something, at least, to say that, you know, despite the issues, I was able to finish ahead, although obviously the issues were not of me being faster, it was just being able to avoid a wreck that happened, so. But gonna try my best to see if I can put in a decent lap time, try to catch up. If I can make a run. Still gonna have 6 to go at the line, so still plenty of time to try to make something up. And the other side is that's also plenty of time for them to be pushing and wreck as well. Clipped the curb a little bit too much there, gets me a little loose through turn 10, kind of slides the tires a bit too much, kills the momentum, but hopefully shouldn't be too bad of a lap. 123.1, so I definitely have more in it. I can drive way better, but
that lap time was 123.15. Sector 1 is 0.6 off the pace.
Definitely catching up. Looks like the leader had an issue here through turn 2, maybe? Might have happened in turn 1. You can see we're catching him, so that's possibly a spot I could pick up as well. A bit of a blinking issue. You can see the key bar is not running great. I think that might be tied more towards the server that I'm connected to. This is I believe, a French or a Danish server, so other side of the world, which is not as good a connection as when I'm on like the Boston Eastern ones, but yeah, hopefully that does not become a problem. Looks like it's stabilizing itself a little bit better now, so I'm just going to try to see if I can catch up to the 2 here. Not sure if I'll actually have enough pace for him and or how damaged his car would be, but
You're a tenth off the pace.
certainly going to do my best to try to make a run at him. See if I can try to get close enough in the next few laps to use the draft down the front stretch. Up the curb a little bit more, but didn't slide it quite as much. You can see this time I'm able to gain, so could be a fairly decent lap. Across the line about 1.3 behind. Low 122, so
okay, Jake,
pretty happy with that.
Distance. You're looking good for fuel.
Trying to do my best I can to see if I can prove it all. Definitely was catching the 6 as well. We've got 5 down, 5 to go, so if I could drive some really good laps and have them have issues, it's still possible I could try to catch them. I think I'm honestly catching the 2. It's a bit slower, but certainly going to try to do my best to get to them, see if I can pick up a spot that way, at least give you guys some sort of exciting part of the race. Trying to do my best here to not clip the curves too much. That kind of upsets the car and gets you to end up having a lot more wheel spin. Kind of pushed it too wide there, got on the curb, had to lift in order to keep it from going off track, so lost all the momentum there. Allows him to pull back away. I was having a decent lap there, actually. Could have looked to pick up a 10th. Clipped a bit too much of the grass there, not enough to get it off track. Picked up about 2/10 that lap, although obviously I made the mistake, so it's possible that I could try to gain a little bit more if I could tighten up some of the sections. Overshot that corner. Still was able to gain on him as long as he's not going to get a better run off of turn 2 and pull away. You can see the 6 had an issue. He's up there. Doesn't really surprise me considering how aggressive the 6 was off the start. Got the 6 up ahead, so this is 2 cars right here for position that could easily allow me to get into 7th. And I feel like I have the pace to be able to get by him. I just need to get through turn 9. Kind of had to lift again, killed a little bit of momentum. I just need to make sure I enter in a little bit wider and kind of apex it a little bit later. That'll allow me to be able to take that full throttle. Trying to keep the car from pushing off. Going to try to get as close as I can to the 2, see if I can draft him down the front stretch. He's going to go side by side with the 6. I'm going to try to take the inside line away from the 6 as well if I can, going into turn 1. get into the 2 there, completely on me. I'm going to let him go if I can. Feel bad that I got into the 6 as well. That was just on me for not braking a little bit sooner. I was carrying a little more speed into 1 and should have been braking a little bit sooner on top of being on the inside line. That was going to set me up to need to brake a little bit sooner. So, rookie mistake on my part. Feel really bad about that. Did not want to get that 4X either. It's kind of why I tried to let the 2 have the position back. I didn't really want to pass him that way. I want to try to pass him cleanly if I can, so let's try to give a little bit of sportsmanship out there, a little bit of respect for my mistake. And see if I can try to set up turn 9 a little bit better here this time. I think it's probably left side tires are wearing out enough that I need to make sure I'm just lifting a little bit this time. I don't think I'm able to take it wide open now. Didn't turn in quite enough as I wanted to going into turn 10, but still close enough. Going to try to get the run on the 2, see if I can draft him. Got about 12 seconds to the 4 who's in 6. Not sure if I'll be able to get to him. Trying to just get to the inside, try to keep it off of the 2. He'll get the run. I was trying to be as respectful as I could and see if I could just get him to push wide so that I could have a shot at getting by him. Didn't bite for that. Just gonna have to keep trying to push my best with 2 to go to see if I can find a spot where I can get by him. Try to take the inside line into this corner. See if I can clear him through here.
Well done,
Am
Jack.
able to
Great
do
race.
that. That was
Keep it up.
probably my best shot to be able to get by him, and he actually drives off the track, so that should allow me to pull away from him for a little bit. Hopefully
The guy behind's
be able to
really
get
new
far
and the
enough
gap's
away
now
that
2.4.
he's not going to get the draft down the front stretch and try to pass back. Don't think I'll be able to get to the 4. It looks like he's quite a bit further ahead, so just going to try to do the best that I can to finish the last lap out clean, see if I can bring it home in 7th. Looks like the 2 fell back to the 6 as well. 6.8 to the 4, so going to need some sort of wreck out of him. You can see him up there, but I highly doubt I'll be able to get to him. Overshoot turn 1 there, so that's going to kill any shot at being able to get to 6th. Thankfully, still had enough of a gap to stay ahead of the 6. Just got to drive as clean as I can this last lap, try to bring it home, salvage a finish out of it.
The gap in front is now 7.2
Definitely got the
seconds.
benefit of having a couple cars involved in wrecks to pick up as many spots as I did, but you know, I feel like I definitely had somewhat decent pace to run as well, so it's very possible that, you know, had I not had the issue in lap 1, that could have been further up again. So just what it is. You know, it's partially on me, but it's, you know, as I left a comment before from the last race, it may be time for me to start thinking about running either like production car challenge more instead of this, or a different road series, just to continue trying to develop, you know, the skills, but realize that the quality of drivers, you know, I get around might also help some of these finishes. Although I certainly have plenty of unforced errors that I'm not thankful for. So, but gonna bring it across in 7th. Hopefully, be able to gain a marginal amount of I rating from that, since I was car 10. But we'll have to see. And yeah, we will take a look at the results. Everybody should be done. So, yeah, I don't know. Let's take a look at the beginning and see what happened there. It was a pretty hectic start, and I tried to do the best that I could to avoid it. Alright, so we're going into turn 1 here. I'm just staying way to the left. Tried to brake a little bit earlier so I wouldn't get in. Saw the 6 being aggressive, didn't want to get involved in that. Trying to figure out where the off track's gonna come from. Got the 5 to the inside. Oh, he knocked me off the track when he bumped me. That's what happened. Okay, so you can see the 5 also. Let's rewind that, watch what happened with the 5 and the 6 there. So when the 5 bumped me, he cut back to the right thinking he was clear of the 6. Almost looked like a little bit of net code, but he tried to get in front of him. And get stabilized through there. Back in 7th at this point, so not the worst spot to be, but not the best, obviously. And this is where the next mistake's going to happen. You can see contact before and possibly 11 there, I think that is. So this is where I should have been getting up through the gears, and I didn't. I cut back down. I don't know. I mean, I wasn't going fast enough, but the 6 definitely was not there in time for me to say, okay, I needed to stay wide. And that's what got me. Although, again, if I obviously would have picked up 2nd gear there, I could have been accelerating enough that I still would have had the gap. Like, he wouldn't have closed as fast, and I could have had my line already and driven back down to the inside curve. But that's what got me and sent me around. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, on me for making that mistake there and not upshifting, pulling away. Kind of hard for me to see him right there on the inside. Since I am on single screen, I honestly, even on a triple or a VR, I probably wouldn't have seen him, considering he was so far to our back right. But I probably should have just continued to play cautious with him, hung to the outside, and not even come close to that. That's probably my fault for opening myself up to too much risk there, especially that early on. So, it is what it is. Let's go take a look at the results and see how those turned out. So feel free to leave any feedback, any analysis there, what you think of that. Love to hear from you guys in general, even if not that. So 9 split out of 39, so pretty full lobby overall. 1453 strength of field, so a little bit over me. Happened to lose 6 I rating, so down to 14, 13, and lost 0.07 in the safety rating, so 2.18 there. Got a long way to go. Obviously, got a lot to clean up. Feel like I probably could have had the pace to run 4th, 5th, something like that, depending on how Rex would have shaken out, which would have been not great, but a little bit of a better finish. So, pretty happy with being only about 3.5 tenths off or so. The fastest one. That's not terrible. In honesty, might have even been able to turn that lap a little bit sooner had I not had issues, and had to try to get around it, and possibly could have been a little bit faster. So, not the best race, but not the worst. Probably going to run at least another week of this just to make sure, if nothing else, I can avoid the self-inflicted mistakes, and try to hone the racecraft in a little bit better, make sure I kind of watching out for people a little bit more. So feel free to leave any comments. Love to hear from you guys in general, and hopefully you enjoyed that one. Sorry for most of the race being pretty boring, but tried to get all around I could at the end. And remember to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more races. So until the next one, hopefully all your laps are fast, your races are clean, and your finishes are good. Thanks for watching.